Have you ever wondered what it would be like to live on Mars? The red planet, our neighboring world in the solar system, has long been a source of fascination and curiosity for humanity. This celestial body, bathed in a warm, reddish hue, has been the subject of countless science fiction tales and has been romanticized as humanity's next frontier. Today, that frontier feels closer than ever, with both governmental space agencies and private companies setting their sights on Mars. The tantalizing prospect of setting foot on Martian soil, of establishing a human presence beyond our home planet, is no longer confined to the realm of fiction. But beyond the romanticized view, the reality of Mars colonization presents a stark contrast. Mars is a harsh, inhospitable world. Its atmosphere is thin and cold, its surface scarred by craters and covered in dust. And while the allure is undeniable, the challenges awaiting us are immense. Mars, in its current state, is not a friendly place for humans. The red planet, as it's often referred to, presents a host of environmental challenges that make it an inhospitable home for us Earthlings. Let's start with the atmosphere, or rather, the lack thereof. Mars's atmosphere is incredibly thin, approximately 100 times less dense than Earth's. This thin atmosphere doesn't provide much insulation, which leads to another issue: the cold. Mars is a frigid world, with average temperatures hovering around -80 degrees Fahrenheit. That's colder than the coldest temperature ever recorded on Earth. The thin atmosphere also fails to shield the surface from harmful solar radiation. On Earth, our atmosphere and magnetic field protect us from the majority of this radiation, but on Mars, it's a different story. The solar radiation that reaches the Martian surface is about 200 times higher than what we experience on Earth. This radiation can damage human cells and DNA, leading to an increased risk of cancer for those brave enough to venture to the red planet. And then there's the issue of oxygen, or rather, the lack thereof. Mars's atmosphere is comprised of about 95% carbon dioxide, with only a trace amount of oxygen. For humans to survive, we need a consistent supply of oxygen, which Mars currently does not provide. The Martian environment also lacks liquid water, a crucial resource for human survival and space exploration. The water that does exist on Mars is frozen in polar ice caps or buried beneath the surface, making it difficult to access. Moreover, Mars experiences harsh dust storms that can last for months and envelop the entire planet. These storms can damage equipment and pose serious risks to human health. In short, Mars is a hostile environment that's not ready-made for human habitation, but don't lose hope just yet. As we'll see in the next scene, humans are nothing if not resourceful, and we're already working on solutions to these challenges. So how do we overcome these formidable obstacles? The answer lies in a combination of advanced technology, incredible engineering, and a touch of earthly ingenuity. First off, we need to create an environment where humans can breathe, eat, and live comfortably. That's where advanced life support systems come into play. These are systems designed to mimic Earth's ecosystem, providing air, water, and food for astronauts. Imagine a mini-Earth inside a Martian habitat, where plants are grown to produce oxygen and recycle carbon dioxide, while also providing a source of fresh food. But where will this mini-Earth exist? That leads us to habitat designs. We can't just pitch a tent on Mars and call it a day. The habitats need to be robust enough to withstand Mars's harsh conditions and provide a safe and comfortable living space. These could be inflatable habitats that can be transported from Earth, or perhaps we could use Martian soil to build structures, a process known as in situ resource utilization. This could reduce the amount of material needed to be launched from Earth, making the mission more feasible. Now let's think bigger. What if we could make Mars more like Earth? This is the idea behind terraforming, transforming the Martian environment to make it Earth-like. This is a long-term solution, and involves massive geoengineering projects. Ideas range from releasing greenhouse gases to warm the planet, to using giant mirrors in space to reflect sunlight onto Mars's surface, melting the polar ice caps and releasing water and carbon dioxide. Of course, these solutions aren't without their challenges. Advanced life support systems need to be reliable and efficient. Habitats need to be safe and resilient. Terraforming, while exciting, is a massive undertaking that would require resources and technology beyond our current capabilities. These solutions, while currently theoretical, could pave the way for a human presence on Mars. The red planet presents us with a challenge unlike any we've faced before, but with innovation and determination, we may just turn science fiction into science fact. But surviving on Mars isn't just about the physical environment, Indeed, the psychological challenges of long-duration space travel and living in a confined space with a small group of people are as formidable as the environmental hurdles. Imagine the isolation, the confinement, the distance from Earth, and the lack of immediate support. These aspects can compound into a heavy psychological burden. It's not just about getting humans to Mars, but also about keeping them sane and healthy while they're there. Proposed solutions include careful crew selection, to ensure that those who make the journey are not only physically capable, but also psychologically resilient. Mental health support is another crucial aspect, with counseling and therapeutic interventions playing a significant role. Finally, maintaining regular and meaningful communication with Earth is essential. It can provide a sense of connection and continuity, helping to mitigate feelings of isolation and alienation. Addressing these psychological challenges will be key to the success of any Mars mission. Colonizing Mars is a monumental task, but one that could have profound implications for humanity. It's more than just surviving the hostile environment or tackling the psychological impacts of long-duration space travel. It's about the potential for new beginnings, the chance to redefine what it means to be a society, a civilization, a species. We've discussed how we might overcome the harsh Martian environment, designing innovative habitats and life support systems. We've delved into the human factor, the psychological and physical hurdles travelers would face, and the solutions proposed to combat them. But we must also consider the societal, ethical, and cultural implications of this endeavor. What does it mean to colonize another planet? How do we ensure the preservation of not only human life but human values, ethics, and culture? These are questions that need to be addressed as we continue to reach for the stars. As we look to the stars, we must also look inward, considering not just how we can live on Mars, but why we should.